Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle-earth here with a video on the Harvest Festival event, looking at the two features being the banquet and the Matham chest that we have here, and my thoughts on the event as a whole. All that coming up in just 1 second. Okay, so as is the case with most of our festivals or events we have, you click the button here in the top right to take you to the festival page. Sometimes it's something as simple like this one of really one page. This is it. Sometimes it's more of a festival area where you have like 5 different sections you can go to and do different things like riddles and the fireworks cart. There's sometimes like a daily login thing. This does not have that. This is very, very simple. So I'm going to keep this video very short and sweet. First of all, I will say I will pin a comment down below with the recipes that I know of. If you know any recipes, comment them down below or message me on Discord, whatever it is, and we will get those posted. So if you're coming here just to figure out what these are, again, these are the ones that I have right here. Just the fish and chips so far is the only one that's not in the book. But we'll try and update that as the video's out. So hopefully in a very short amount of time, we've got all these recipes found. So that is that on the recipes. But overall, with the cooking feature, it's slightly changed. There are 3 different methods of cooking. This one, the cauldron, you put the items in and you grab logs on the right or the left of the cauldron, and you just have to put the right amount of logs in to cook the food. The next one is a little stirring mini game, and you stir either left or right, counterclockwise or clockwise, either a quarter, half, or 3/4 around the pot, either way, a number of times in a row. And if you do that correctly, you get the dish done there. And then there is the skewer, where it has a progress bar that goes across, and then once it reaches the middle point, you click on the skewer right in the middle, and it finishes it. They're all very quick. They're all pretty underwhelming, but there are 3 of them. My only thoughts with this event as a whole, or just the fact that these were new cooking mechanics. The one before was just that you clicked a button for the size of the flame that you needed to do based on what you saw in the pot. So they've added 3 new different cooking features or ways to do that, which maybe took no time at all, but it is a little bit concerning when they have such underwhelming things coming out like a cooking event, and they're putting more time into it. I hope it didn't take a lot of time, because if that's time that could have been spent like tweaking old commanders who really desperately need just like slight skill reworks, that would be unfortunate. But again, I found that interesting, but not the end of the world. So those are the 3 ways to cook. You go through, you have the recipes, they unlock. Most of them unlock over time. So in a matter of about a week, you'll have a lot of them unlocked. Some of them are secret though. And as you can see next to the recipes, like the one above me right here, you have to cook them in the like item. So there's a stirring one, there's the cauldron one, and there's the skewer one. So you have the 3 different ways to cook. You cook the items. As you cook and discover each of the items, you get 100 gems. All in all, with the different events, the different rewards for doing this event, there's about, I think it's like 1,300 gems, which isn't terrible. Again, if you go through and do different things, you get a Matham medal here. You get 100 gems. I think it was 200 or 100 gems to the first chest. And here you get some commander gifts. So all in all, total extra gems earned. If you're free to play, if you're a low spender, this is not bad. You should definitely do this. It gives you free stuff, so it's not a bad thing in that regard. But that's pretty much it. Again, there is like a login task where you can do tavern tips. You open Matham chests, you log in, and you get these little chests that I'll show you. There's also a login thing or a challenge for gems here. You can see doing the different cooking techniques. But when you complete these login chests, you get these little chests of ingredients, and you can use those going to the store, which is the very bottom of the storage page here. There's the ingredient selection box. You click use, and you can select which ingredients you want to get. You can do a variety of them to try and guess for different recipes or whatever you need if you're just waiting for them all to come out. But you get those ingredient selection boxes. It looks like daily there's going to be 18 available if they keep these exact same numbers here. So if you do those tasks every day, you get more ingredients. I think you can also get them from the Matham chest. But you get ingredients, you make the food, get the gems. It's pretty underwhelming in my opinion. But again, recipes will be pinned in the comments below once we have those. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second part to this event. So the second part of the event, because there's 2 whole parts to this event, is the chest. It is the Harvest Festival Special. This is the good chest. There's also an evil one for non-roleplay, obviously. And like is the case with most of our event chests lately, they're just a custom chest you can make where you can pick the 4 tier 1 commanders, 3 tier 2, and 3 tier 3s. My only advice for this chest is try and pick commanders that share items. That way you can get more of one item. So in this example, Dwalin, Merry Pippin, and Ori all share the same item. So we can give all of those items to one commander, in my case being Dwalin. but you could do that with Haldir. You could do that with other ones if you wanted to. Balin and Gimli, Theoden, Eomer. If you're going for tier 2 Aragorn, you could put Denethor in there and give those to tier 2 Aragorn. Legolas and Arwen, you get the idea. If you double up on the items, you have a better chance to get those to give to one commander instead of just getting a bunch of really random stuff spread out pretty wide. The tier 3s, there's no really advice there. Just go for who you're going for, who you want to get on the tier 3s, and that's that. Other than that, though, there are no major changes. There's the special gifts, which you go through and you can open up to 200. You do get 3 of the gold, the pure mithril. You get 2 of the different gift packs here. But overall, it's pretty underwhelming as well. This, again, these feel like they're getting very copy-paste to me. We get a chest that you customize with a pretty weak like progress reward thing for opening up. Again, they don't even have like any special avatar item or things that would really make me want to remember that I played this. It might be silly and others might not care about this, so this is just my perspective, but something as simple as like the Yule Festival. I still use the Yule Festival icon, this snowman. There is also the this Palantir in the snow and this wreath and the Gandalf. Now, to be fair, you know, that event may have been more involved, and there might be a better Yule Festival this year that has those kind of things as well. But I'm just making the example that when there are things, at least for me, and I can't imagine I'm the only one, there are probably people that still like to use and look through and say, yeah, I got this from the Yule event, or I got this one from the summer event they did, or this was a secret one from an event. They're kind of cool to hang on to, I think. So something as simple as that to put in a progress thing or as a reward for completing the whole event, to me, doesn't hurt anybody. But that's not the case with this one. So whether or not you should open the chest is up to you guys. In my opinion, if you're going to open the normal chests, either a normal good or evil chest, do this one because you get to pick the items in your chest and you get a little bit extra for the rewards. But if you're asking, like, does this have better pull rates? Does it have, is there any? No, there's nothing better about it that makes it really, really worth spending money to get. But if you've got Matham saved up and you don't have like the exquisite treasures, or the exotic treasures, I mean, the gear chest coming up on your server, which is an earlier chest, then I would say go for this one, do your 200, and but it's not good enough to outright whale out for, in my opinion. But like I said, this is going to be short and sweet because there's not a whole lot going on in this event. Honestly, we've already covered in pretty heavy detail things that didn't need to be covered that heavily, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood if you were new to the game. Others who have played for a while may have seen this type of cooking thing before. Maybe it's your first time doing this and you're enjoying kind of messing around with it, and I totally respect that. And if you enjoy it, maybe you loved it the first time, you love it this time, that's great too. If you are enjoying it, seriously, don't let me rain on that parade. For me, how I look at it is if there's a new event in the game, I would like to spend more time playing the game because of what's going on in it. So when the update finished and I got online after the maintenance was done, I was just hoping to be able to play for an hour or two or whatever it was and then just enjoy the event, enjoy hanging out. I feel like it really could have been like 5 minutes and then you're done. So I was bummed out in that regard that there's not more content to the event, but maybe they've got a bigger event coming up around the corner. But to me, it doesn't justify the fact that these seem like they're getting more and more copy paste. So let me know what you think about the event. Maybe you enjoyed it, maybe you didn't. If you have recipes, share those and I'll get those in a pinned comment. But that is going to do it for me this one. I appreciate you guys watching. And as always, I'll see you in a future video.